We're getting earnings for Tilray, the cannabis seller, and the stock did move up about 8% in the aftermarket, but these marijuana names very volatile. And you can see Tilray is down almost 20% in the past year. Revenue, it looks like, was a beat, $229.9 million, jumped 25%, and that was ahead of expectations by about $5 million. Free cash flow was down 15% year over year, came in at 28 million, although it did beat the estimate, which was less than 9 million. But again, that's based on only two estimates. And then the loss per share, 4 cents, and the estimated loss had been 2.8 cents. So they do apparently have EBITDA, underlying profit, and that did go up 33%, and it beat expectations. Adjusted EBITDA was 29.5, and the estimate was 26.9. So it looks like profitability at Tilray, certainly in adjusted EBITDA terms, beating expectations. There is the stock in the after hours, up about 10% now. Let's switch back to AI. Lots of investors have been watching that sector and investing in companies they hope will profit from the adoption of this blossoming technology. We are joined by John Roy, Managing Director of Technology at Water Tower Research, who's been looking ahead to what developments we're going to see over the next year. John, before we get into the developments, though, in terms of investment, is there a bubble in AI? Are there some stocks trading at unjustified multiples?
There's always a few. I wouldn't say there are as many as some might think. I think that it's a trend you can invest in here for the long haul. It's just a better way of doing things. And I really like companies that are using AI more than necessarily the developers of it. I mean, NVIDIA is a special case. I think NVIDIA is doing extremely well. They kind of cornered the market for quite a while. So they could do well. I know that's one that a lot of people question, but I think it's in good shape.
And generative AI, where, among other things, AI fakes that it can speak English, that's been, you reckon, it's caught people by surprise just how effective it is, how well it works.
Oh, absolutely. People were thinking, yeah, this is going to be a novel approach with these large language models, and then all of a sudden they really start to work well. And they can do many, many different things. And that's why I really like companies that are using AI. It's not cheap to do. But it is getting cheaper. That's one of the things that people are actually questioning a little bit, is the situation where you try and create a moat because you put so much effort into it. This is like OpenAI, the discussion around them and their business model. And training is getting cheaper over time as compute power goes up. That's NVIDIA. And as they get better and better doing this, the cost of making AI machines and systems is going down. But I think OpenAI still has a moat with 100 million users. That's always a pretty good moat.
Your next idea, cybersecurity. Needless to say, it's growing with these high-profile attacks.
Absolutely. I mean, what we're thinking about here is the kind of the next trends that you can get into in the second half of 24 and then hold on to for a while. I mean, certainly cybersecurity is on the tip of everybody's tongue when something happens. I mean, you look at, it's not always perfect. Look at CrowdStrike. You know, they certainly had an issue there with their cybersecurity approach. But I think you're going to continue to see attacks, and people are going to continue to want to spend money defending against those attacks. So that makes a lot of sense longer term. I don't see that getting any better soon.
What about stocks to play it? Do you have any favorites?
You know, I'm more of a big view there in terms of which ones might be best. I mean, certainly IBM is a player there. Cisco is another one. If you feel like CrowdStrike is beaten down too much, you could take a flyer there as well.
Number 3, trend, cryptocurrency moving further into the mainstream.
Absolutely. You see a lot of discussions of it, certainly with Trump talking about it this weekend, some in terms of Bitcoin and what the U.S. is going to do with their Bitcoin that they've acquired through forfeitures. I think he said he didn't want to sell any. That doesn't necessarily, he didn't go as far as Kennedy, who said he wanted to create a strategic reserve. So it's becoming more mainstream. I think as time goes on, you're going to see the U.S. finally getting a little more comfortable with it. And as people get comfortable with it, I think you're going to see the appreciation go up for what it can do. It can't do everything, but Bitcoin and other coins can do a fair amount. And I do think it's something you can look at seriously to starting some portfolio. You've got companies like Galaxy Digital have a lot of coins, MicroStrategy have a lot of Bitcoin, and Tesla actually even has a huge holding in Bitcoin.
The intelligent machines, you think we're going to move further into that? And interestingly, you think forklifts are a thing to watch.
Yeah, forklifts are a much simpler problem than driving on the open roads with the rest of us humans, because we're a little volatile. So if you have a constrained environment, which forklifts generally are in, it's a much more tractable engineering problem. I'm an engineer by training, and that's kind of what I tend to look at, is problems that are solvable. That could help with some of the labor issues you're seeing in terms of getting enough qualified forklift operators. You also have a situation where they can going slower. They have the same pattern. You have a variety of companies there, the big companies there out of Japan, but also you have some startups like Cyngn, CYN is the ticker, and they're starting to get some progress with their forklifts.
And then quantum computing, but you think it's going to take a while before we see real impacts from that?
Yeah, quantum is something that certainly a lot of people have been talking about for a while. I'm going to make an analogy between AI back in the 90s and AI now in the 2020s. Quantum, I feel, has got a ways to go. There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of excitement. You see Chicago now trying to turn the old U.S. Steel, I think it's the Southworks plant that was on Lake Michigan, into a big quantum facility for doing the work, because you have to cool this stuff down, et cetera. So they're making a big push to get a lot of the effort. But I think it's going to be a while. I'm not saying it's not going to be important. I just think it's going to be a little bit over the horizon before you can really invest in it.